Good morning, all. It's been a while since I've been on here, but today marks a big day for us. Today is August 13th, which means we have been in Thailand for exactly 1 year. About, I don't know, like 4 hours ago we landed in Thailand. Or not 4 hours ago. In about 4 hours we landed in Thailand a year ago. So it's been a year, and I just thought I'd give you a day in the life of my life on this 1 year anniversary. And as we've settled in and made life home, I just thought I'd take you along with me and you can see what my life looks like. This morning I'm up at about 7:30, well, showered and ready at 7:30, so I was up a little bit before. On my schedule today I have women's Bible study at 1 where I'll go to the office, and hopefully I'll remember to take you along with me, and I will teach some of the ladies FBR, just God's Word. We're going through Hebrews 11 right now, and just the heroes of faith and what that looks like. We're actually ending the chapter today, so they're going to see just the contrast of, for some people, living by faith meant doing amazing things, and for other people, living by faith, they still got to do amazing things, but it didn't end so well for them. They endured persecutions, they wandered around, they were poor, destitute, lonely, and it's so true. Just living by faith is it's a wild ride and it's an adventure. And when you just look at those heroes of faith, you realize that no two lives are the same. The common denominator is their faith in God and what they know God can do. But the way that played out in each one of their lives is so radically different. Some people really got to see what God can do. Like Moses, he got to watch his people come out of Egypt, and then he got to see the defeat of Pharaoh. And then there are people that just wandered and didn't really get to see what God can do, but knew that God can do it and lived a life that believed that, which is just cool, because you never know what God's got planned for you as you live this life of faith. So just to recap of this last year, or where I feel now compared to landing here a year ago, I feel really settled, and this place is beginning. I mean, my home feels like home. There's still like last little things I would love to do to our house just to make it more homey. Like I need to decorate. I haven't done that yet, but Kevin did. I'll show you. Kevin did hang up. I've been wanting a hat rack. You can see it kind of over there. Lighting's bad. Hat rack, and then this little rack for all of our Corinne bags that we got, and our kids' bags that they hang up. And the lighting is so terrible. Let me fix that. No one wants to see that madness. So let me turn the light on. Oh, that's not the light. That's the outside light. Okay, there's just no light over here on the side of the room. So that's that. Those are like our only decorations. I need to get homeschool stuff set up too. Oh, homeschool. So you guys might be wondering, what are you guys doing? We've had a nice long break, and we will hopefully get started midweek next week. We're just waiting for some of our books to be finished and arrive at the house so that we can start. I'm looking forward to starting at a normal time and hopefully having a year to complete the material. Last year was rushed and crazy with moving, so this year I'm just looking forward to a good start. Like, we're all here, we're settled. We don't have any plans of going anywhere because of COVID. There's no traveling. I mean, we do things in Thailand, but no border crossings, no leaving the country, no nothing like that. So we're just kind of stuck here for right now, which is cool. Speaking of cool, probably one of my favorite additions to the house this year, praise the Lord that he provided, was an air conditioner. So we have an air conditioner in our main living room, which is what I'm sitting in right now. It's right there. I think we did a video on it. But that has been huge this last couple months, especially with the rainy season, because everything just feels wet all the time. It's nasty. It's humid. So for those of you who live in Okinawa, it's not as humid as Okinawa. It's way less humid than Okinawa, but it's just dark and dreary and rainy. So things just seem to stay wet a lot. So it's been really nice to have at least one room in the house during the day that you can kind of escape just the mugginess and just relax and enjoy. So that's the room I'm in right now. The AC is not on yet because it's not quite hot enough this morning. In other news, the last 8 weeks we're finishing a training program. So not the personal trainer, that's what I call him, but the trainer at FBR designed a hiking program to help people be able to pass the missions test and the test in Nadawa, which if you've been following my video for a while, you know that it's a strenuous hike up the mountain. And so he put together this plan, and he asked some of us that were staying in Thailand this summer to give it a whirl and to see what it is, how it is, and so he can make adjustments if he needs to. I would say that it's been a long 8 weeks. It's hiking up to 6 days a week. I have not been faithful to do 6 days a week. It's hiking 5 days hiking 4 days and running 2 days, because part of the test is also running up the mountain, up the road to the top of the mountain. And so it's just under 11 kilometer uphill battle to a temple, and you have an hour and 20 minutes to complete it. So that's one test, and then the other test is hiking a trail up to the same temple in order to go to Dawa Camp, which is FBR's headquarters in Burma. You have to go twice up the mountain. So you have to go up, touch the temple steps, down, up, touch the temple steps, and down. You have to do that in 4.5 hours. If you want to go on mission, which means you actually mobilize around other places than just the Dawa camp, if you want to be able to do that, you have to do the test 3 times. You have to do that lap, or up the mountain 3 times. So, and you have a total of 8 hours to complete the entire thing, all 3 laps. So 4.5 to complete the first 2 laps, and then an additional 3.5 hours to complete the final lap. Right? Yeah, that's right. So we have been training for that. We've been putting in lots of time. School's been, for the first 4 weeks of that training plan, we just did an hour a day of school just to keep them up on math and writing. And then the last 4 weeks have actually been school summer break. And so I have used school time to be on the mountain training and hiking. And it's been exhausting. There have been days I want to quit. There's been a lot of days I want to quit. It's just a lot of time hiking. And so what happened was that we started off with like 5 kilometers a day, and then it went up to 7 kilometers, and then the most we've ever hiked is 10 kilometers on the test, or on the training program. And so we also started with just our body weight, and then we added 5 kilos one week, and then 10 kilos the next week, and then up to 15 kilos. And we did that for 2 weeks, carrying 15 kilograms on our back. And so that's what we did, and we just got stronger and stronger. So tomorrow we will carry 16 kilos for this test, and we will start at 5 in the morning. And Lord willing, we will pass. I really do feel like this program has helped me feel better about hiking. So I guess for those of you who don't know, the program is a heart rate training program. So the goal of the program was to help your heart work more efficiently at each level. So at like a zone 2, which is a leisure pace, enjoyable walking pace, I should be able to go faster now that I've done the training than I originally did at zone 2 when I first started off. And I think that's totally happened. My concern is that, because you always have to stay in heart rate zones, is that every time there became like a really steep incline, I knew I had to slow down to stay in the heart rate zone. But for the test tomorrow, I am actually going to have to push myself when I see an incline. And mentally, I've just taught myself that, there's an incline, I have to slow down. So tomorrow I have to mentally overcome that barrier of, no, I do not have to slow down. I'm allowed to push my heart rate, and I have to make myself go harder and faster up those hills, because I think I'm going to feel great, and I know I can hike all 20 kilometers that's going to be required to finish the missions test. I just have to go at a speed that's going to help me to pass the test. So that's my biggest concern. It's been really cool because Audrey and LJ has been faithfully going out with us on the mountain and exercising, and so they are also going to attempt the test tomorrow. So it's going to be Kevin, Audrey, LJ, myself, and then we have some friends visiting or stuck here because of COVID who have been training with us, and they're also going to try the test tomorrow. So we have a couple of friends that are going to take the test with us. So tomorrow, which is kind of funny that we're doing it a day after a year and a day after we landed last year. So I honestly, this last year, I have improved like leaps and bounds in my physical ability as far as hiking goes. Now, don't ask me to do push-ups or sit-ups or any strength exercises because I haven't been focusing on that as much, but I have been focusing on the training, hiking training. Okay, so that is what I've been up to lately. Next week, school starts, so my whole mental shift will change. I will not be on the mountain 6 days a week or 5 days a week. I will be exercising again 3 days a week and keeping a more normal exercise routine, and then also trying to get school to start with a good, solid school year. Like, get up early, get school done, get all the subjects in this year, no wimping out, no skipping, and seeing if we can just have a great school year. So that's my mental shift that's happening after Saturday, and our test is done, and Lord willing, I'll pass it so I don't have to take the test again. Okay, so I'm gonna take you with me. It's now at 7:45 because I talked your ear off, and I'm going to study for Bible study for a little bit so that I can just go over my notes and make sure that I'm ready. And then at 11 o'clock we have, not 11, 10 o'clock we have Thai class. We've been taking Thai for about 6 weeks now, maybe, I want to say, because I think we started it like the week we started hiking, so about 6 weeks. We have a Thai tutor come to our house Tuesdays and Thursdays for 2 hours each time, and she is teaching us Thai, and I'm really thankful for her. She's a great, amazing teacher. She does well with all the adult questions, and she is so good with the kids. She makes it fun and has games, and it's been really good. And the games help me out too, because I'm slow. This is not an easy language to learn. But we will take you to Thai class today. It's just at our house. We do it at the kitchen table, so we'll film a little bit of that and just our tutor. And then I have Bible study at 1, and then it's Thursday, so tonight we will have house church here at our house in the living room with the AC, which is amazing. It's been so fun to have a place where people can come together and hang out and feel comfortable. So last Friday we were able to have everyone over for a movie night at our house. We did taco bar and then had a movie, and everyone hung out in this room that I'm sitting in with AC and watched a movie, and it was a lot of fun. So thanks to all you supporters for providing us with an AC, because that has made ministry easier with the FBR crew, just more comfortable. They would totally hang out here with that AC because they're used to it and they're studs. But it just makes it more pleasant to have a cool space to hang out and to fellowship in and to do Bible study in. So that's been a huge bonus this last year. And really, as I just think about this last year, I'm really thankful for the way the Lord has provided. You look at our house, it was totally empty when we came in, and it is filled, and we have more than enough. We have more than what we need. God just is so faithful to provide, and we have a space that people can come and hang out, and we can come home and crash and feel at home. And so just super blessed that God provided for us in that way. But I'm going to be real. It has been a hard year too. Like I look at all the many blessings God has done. He's totally seen us through a lot of stuff. But this has been the hardest year. It's been a hard year. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna be real. I've really struggled this year, and I don't know if it's just I'm trying to pinpoint it. Is it just my age? I don't know. Midlife crisis time. 38. I don't know if that happens then. Is it my hormones? Is it I don't know, is it being in a foreign country? But the more Kevin and I talk about it, we really just think it's been a huge spiritual battle that I've had to fight, and it's been hard. I've had this really hard mental battle, and I know that a lot of people struggle with it. I know it. Okay, let me explain it first. It's really just getting in a really dark place in my head. I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy enough. I can't compare. I can't do this. Like, why did you bring me here to do this? Like, I can't do this. And when I say this, it's mostly the physical side of FBR, all the mountain climbing, all the healthiness of this has been really hard for me. And I just get into this place where I'm just comparing myself to everybody else, and I'm falling so short. And then I'm just beating myself up, and then I get angry. And then it just seems so, it's just yuckiness. Like, I'm jealous, and then I am mad because I'm jealous and I can't fight these things, and some people say I'm like too competitive, and I don't know. Like, the old Katie used to be the one that would cheer everyone on, and we can do this, like the cheerleader. Hey, we got this, we can do this. And I was okay with not necessarily being the best at it. But now it's like, I don't know. I just can't win this mental battle. And so it's been really hard. And it's probably been since, I don't know, the time COVID hit. It's just put me in a really bad place. Like, I have struggled loving my kids at home. I really haven't enjoyed being a mom. I haven't enjoyed homeschooling. I haven't enjoyed, people touching me. I'm like, I don't want kids touching me. And people that know me know that I'm kind of like that, but I am not like this super impatient person about it. And I have been the super impatient, just terrible person to live with. And it's been really, really hard. And I don't know. So Kevin and I are just, after, follow-up that we had, because he's tired of me being this way, and I get it. I'm tired of me being this way. We just talked about it, and I really think it's just some sort of spiritual oppression or something. And so we just pray about it now, and I don't know. Hopefully, like, I'm having a good week this week mentally. I'm like my old self, and I can think clearly, and I know it's good, and I know that God is good, and I believe it. I'm not just saying it to try to stir my heart up into thinking it's true. And so it's been a good week ever since Kevin and I have really hashed it out. So I don't know. But tomorrow is the test, and I get really competitive out on that mountain, so I'm hoping I don't go to a bad place tomorrow. We'll see. I'll let you guys know how the test goes. I'm not going to take you on the mountain because there are videos that show you the whole mountain and all that, but maybe I'll do some clips at the stopping point, the base of the mountain, so you can see me a few times as I finish each lap. That's that. We hope to do some interviews with the kids today about what their feelings are a year later. It's been hard because we've been watching, Calvary Chapel Okinawa has been doing their VBS online, and we've been watching it every day this week. Every day they post a video, and we get to watch just our people in Okinawa do their thing and to remember VBS, and that was the last thing we got to do before we moved here. And it's been really emotional, actually. It's been hard for the kids. I think they really enjoy seeing everyone, and it's like an excitement to their day, but there's been some where it hits harder. And like one, Rui in particular, she was just like, I can't. She was upstairs playing, and I'm like, hey, I've got VBS going on downstairs, you should go watch it. And she's just like starts crying. She's like, I don't want to watch it. And that's how she's just handling with the pain of losing friends, even just a year later. It's hard. So we'll interview the kids and kind of get their viewpoint on life a year later from Thailand as well. So this video is already shaping up to be long. Yeah, a 20-minute intro from me, which is not so much fun. So I'm going to turn this off now and start studying or reviewing my notes for Bible study. And then I hope you enjoy journeying with us on just a typical day here in Thailand. Oh, just a quick note on Bible study. I've been leading the office Bible study for the girls since about October of last year, I'd say. And that has been one of the hardest things I've had to do here. Each week, like usually we do the Bible study on Thursdays, and each week, Wednesday, I am just like a mess. Like, spiritually, it's been so hard. Like, I don't want to teach it. I don't even really like God's word. I'm just like, a really bad place, and I have to like pray through it, and I'm dreading it, and sometimes I even pray that no one will show up so I don't have to teach it. And then Thursday morning, I'm always kind of quiet and preparing and getting ready. And then after Bible study is over, it's like this relief of like, whew. And then there's like pep to my step, and there's joy in my life. And then the cycle begins again. It kind of just gets more and more intense. And so that's why I really think a lot of what I'm battling is just a crazy spiritual battle. And the enemy is just trying to stop me from serving God, and to stop me from having joy in the midst of serving God. And he has won a lot this last year, and it's been really, really hard because I just feel like a different person. But Lord willing, I'll be set free from all of this soon. I really feel like since we brought things to the light about a week ago, it's been better, and I feel like my old self again. But we'll see if I stay in this good cycle or if I get back into the bad cycle. But anyways, I gotta study because in a few hours I gotta present this to people. Okay, on our 1 year anniversary of being here in Thailand, Kevin gets to go to immigration.
This is pretty fitting, actually, considering the first 6 months or more that we were here. This is all I felt like I was doing, was going to immigration. So
Yeah.
I haven't been there in a while, so I guess I get to go this time.
What are you doing there?
They have what's called a 90-day check-in. So every 3 months you have to check in with the government to say that you're still here. And so I get this paper replaced.
Yep.
Should be pretty easy. Just go in. They now that the COVID thing happened, they have drive-through. So you just drive through your 90-day check, hand them my mountain of passports, and then they look at me with their wide eyes of surprise, and they say like, "Is this all your family?" And I'm like, "Yep." And then they tell me, they sit there, I'll sit there for a little while, or if it's like last time, and then they'll be like, "Can you go around one more time?" And then I'll drive around the circle, come back, and then the guy will be almost done. And I'll just have to wait a little while again.
Yeah. So where are we at with our visas right now?
We currently have a 6-month visa. It expires on December 6th. And so every 90 days I just have to do my 90-day check, and then in December I'll have to go in with my fat packet of paper, like a ream and a half or so of paper, and pay my $600 or $700 and then we'll probably renew for another 6-month visa instead of a 1 year, because that will put our 1 year renewal in like either late May or early June or something like that, which will be a better time frame
For FBR.
for FBR for us to renew a 1 year visa every year.
So that's our plan, Lord willing. Yeah. So you get a little taste of like regular life today, and that only happens every 90 days now going into immigration, which was pretty much what we've done all year. We've been in lots. But he's gonna go do that for us this morning and hopefully be back for Thai class later. Okay, our Thai lessons were canceled today, so we didn't get to take you to Thai. It's really dark in here and it was good before. Had some good lighting. Maybe? No, terrible lighting. Anyway, so no Thai today, but I'm headed to Bible study at the office. I'll take you with me to see it. Kids are playing right now, or we're playing. And they're watching VBS online in here. CCO.
It's everything. And guys, that is so true. Even when things are hard, even when you might not feel like you want to be thankful, God helps us be thankful.
So I just finished Bible study. We have notes up there, but we actually didn't study the Bible today. Don't tell anybody. Shh. There's only a couple of us, so we prayed together. So these are the ladies that I love. This is Jasmine, and this is Jasmine, Audra. And so we spent some time in prayer today. It was really good. Okay, I'm back from Bible study. I stopped at the market. I'll show you what I got. I got 30 eggs, and I got some bananas for tomorrow's hike, and I got lettuce and tomato, and then they actually had honey, which this is actually a liquor bottle, but they just find their own honey and they put it in liquor bottles. So this is local honey. I really don't know much about it, other than it's really yummy, and so we bought some of that. It was a good price. So, main purchases. I gotta make dinner tonight, and then we have house church this evening. Man, I cannot find good lighting for you guys, I'm sorry. Here we go. Looking better? It's like really dark. I was gonna say, so today did not go as planned. That's life, so welcome to my real world life. I was thinking I was gonna have study for Bible study, and then I was gonna talk to my mom for a bit, and then I was gonna have Thai class, and then we were gonna lunch, and then Bible study, but Thai class got canceled, as I already told you, and then I went to Bible study, and there was only one lady at the office that wanted to do it with me, so we just did a time of prayer, and then eventually another girl showed up, but I already showed you that part. Man, I'm so sorry, the lighting is so bad. I don't remember my other camera, or camera before doing that. And so my day plan didn't go as planned. I'm gonna put food in the Instant Pot for dinner tonight, and we have house church here, and as far as I know, that is actually happening. So we will bring you along.